fellow traders, 'tis I, the rumpled one. It's Sunday, May the 19th. The year's 2019. Let's talk trading. Weekly opening gap. It's Sunday here in the US of A, and in other places of the world it's already Monday, and the markets are open. And before we get started this week, let's just take a couple of seconds to give some thought to money and risk management. It's real simple. You should do it each and every trade because it can prevent you from blowing your account. So for the week, you can see we've got a lot of gaps again. A lot of gaps. So that means there could be opportunities to take advantage. It looks like there's a couple of huge gaps here. I'm not sure what happened with the AUD, but there's some huge gaps. Opportunities abound. So we have opened above the previous day's midpoint. And so far for the day and the week, we are up, but we're still down for the month. You can see 245 pips below the yearly open, 203 below the monthly open. Now, there was a trader out there somewhere was asking me about the indicators, so I will go back and show you what indicators are on these charts. Let me just do that here and here. Of course, when you're watching the video, you can just hit pause. That way you can figure out and see which indicators I am using. And you can see right here for the week, this is the range so far. And you can see we're below all the other opening ranges that we put here, the first day of the month and the first day of the year, the current month that is, and we're below those ranges. And indicators used right there. First trading day of the month open. Once again, we are below all of these opens, indicators used. You'll see a lot of the same indicators, usually just like look at the corners, this one, you know, right here, here, and here. Here's the first trading day of the month ranges, pretty much the same indicators as before. We just have different levels specified in the plot by date indicator, where you can see open, high, low, close, midpoint. Inside bar, you can see right here we're triggering right here at this inside bar 122.95. So that's where we look to go long. Larry live trade, Randy real time. Okay, and these indicators are right here. And you can see very small ranges so far. Looks like the AUD pairs are leading in the range. I didn't even look to see what kind of news there was out there for the AUD. But we've already broke above the high once by about 8 pips. You can see we're back inside or below the previous day's high. Did I show the indicators here? There you go. And the whole lows so far for the week, the highest open and the lowest open for the weekly H1. Here's the monthly D1 lowest open, monthly H1 lowest open, and the highs are up above. Oh, and the indicators used, the holos is the main one here. And on the buy zone, you can see we have the pivot below the daily, weekly open. So we had a short bias, but we never got triggered. Taking the long breakout above the previous day's high. That was the trigger. As you can see, price broke out of the buy zone, dipped back in it, and is now pushing up. And the indicators used. And there was a trader asking me somewhere out on YouTube, wanted to know, I guess, a good system or method to trade horizontal lines. Just put a couple horizontal lines on the chart. When price hits it, go in the direction price is moving. Make sure you employ your stop losses, because remember, your results may be different from mine. That's the disclaimer. These videos are for educational purposes only. Rat zone, not enough range for the rat zone. And on the pivots, you see we missed the weekly pivot so far, or the daily pivot. We've missed the weekly pivot so far this week. So these are a couple levels to think about. Oh, wait a minute. I think I forgot to do something. Indicators used here. The SDK pivots that I modified. And the missed pivots, once again, missing the previous day's pivot here. So now we have 3 missed pivots for the month. Indicators used. And let me just go ahead and show you the indicators used here. Now, somebody was asking me about the training wheels, what they mean, but I can't remember exactly which training wheels they were asking me about. But usually for price action, it's just telling you what to do based on the current price action. And I guess one other thing I should mention here with the price action, we do have the idiot mode turned on. So it's saying do not buy. So if you buy, you are an idiot. So I'd have to look inside the indicator. I've written so many of those different training wheels. I think it has to do with the H1 candle color. It's pretty simple. Once again, 3 ball at the top. You can see double O price moving back down below. So right there is a short opportunity. And once again, a trader looking for a method to trade. Once again, simple horizontal lines. All you have to do, you could just put on the sweet spot gold indicator that I modified, and it'll plot these horizontal lines. Use the H1 time frame, and as you can see here, you see a 3 ball at the bottom, green at the line go long, 3 ball at the top, and you can see the 3 level ZZ indicator even have the one of my modifications right here. You got the training wheels, and that'll tell you what you should be doing. Pretty simple stuff. Now, somebody was asking me about the significance of the 1 ball, 2 ball, and 3 ball. Basically, the 3 level ZZ semaphore indicator, ZZ stands for zigzag, and it's just showing you where price is zigging and zagging. And if you come down somewhere here to the bottom, See, period 1, we're using 5 periods. So we're looking to see a 5-period zigzag. Here, period 2, 13, period 3, 34. So it's looking for the zigzags. Okay. And I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, show the ZZ lines. So if you turn on the ZZ lines here, show the lines true, you can actually see I thought there was that's the Z lines. Oh, that's on the 3 ball. For some reason, I guess they only were showing them on the, only put it on the 3 ball. And I'm not sure, but those aren't the true zigzag lines. I'm trying to, it's been so long since I've made any modifications to this indicator. Turn those back off. Trend lines show the floaters, trade lines. But as you can see here, when you're looking at these 1 balls, you see if it makes a new high within 5 bars or new low, it'll then plot. And so you see here, it was, let's see, it was looking for a zigzag, and then here you go, and then you see it went up like that. So it's looking for these significant levels to pop out. So you got the 1s, 2s, and 3s. And right here you can see price, it went short, it went down to 94, giving you a 6 pip profit. And if you didn't, move your break even to, break even plus 1, or move your stop loss to break even plus 1, right now you'd be in drawdown. That's why maybe you got the 1 pip, maybe you took 5 or 6. But that's trading. So you don't know what's going to happen next. We're almost at the top of the hour, so we might get to see what happens next right here on the open. Once again, wick zones in and out of the wick zone. Here, previous day's high, just trading candle color at the line. Squigglies, you can see here, we've got the bid coming through the valley of the ask once and twice. Movement to the upside. Einstein line, a little bit more. Since we did the opens and we're talking about the weekly open and gap, in the last 24 weekly opens, we've opened below all 24 of them. So maybe now price will head back north. Here, when the session opens, you can see we had the weekly open here. Tokyo open, prices moving up from there. You got the start of the new hour. We'll see what happens from that point. Range only 25 pips. Here's the ATR areas to look for reversal. Once again, simply weekly open, and maybe could be later today we'll get across below, or maybe sometime later this week, or maybe not at all. But that's the weekly open trade. So remember, gaps have a tendency to fill, even though last week we left a lot of open gaps, or the market did. So that's it, fellow traders. As you trade this week, make sure you use good risk and money management. And always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and have a good week of draining the banks.